Welcome to Getaway Geese. We are Stu and Jane, and with Harry, our Ford custom auto camper, we share our adventures.
Welcome back to the channel. We're in for another Q&A. I think we're into the final lot of this round anyway. But as I say, if you have got any other questions, just drop them in the comments and we'll keep on answering them. So the first one is a trip related one, is off a YouTuber mpleng1, M-P-L-E-N-G-1. We would be keen to know about Wi-Fi connection as well, especially when you're outside the UK like Ireland. Well, we don't have Wi-Fi in the van, first of all.
We have looked at it, haven't we?
Yeah.
But it's going to cost like everything else.
So when we went to Ireland, my contract wasn't very good abroad. So I was always going to buy a local SIM, which I got a 3 SIM, which worked out really, really well, to be perfectly honest. And the coverage was excellent. You also went into a SIM for different reasons. But so we've got around it by either, at the moment, Jane's contract is not so bad travelling abroad. Mine, I've used a local SIM in Ireland. Now we are going into Europe. I'm not sure, so you tell us, what's the best way for travelling in Europe?
Yeah, so when we went to New Zealand, we also just bought SIMs at the airport,
SIMs.
actually.
Yeah.
And it's just shown us how easy it is to do, so I should imagine.
Yeah,
I mean, my SIM will take me throughout Europe, but
yeah,
yours
mine won't. So, I mean, my thought process is I'm just going to go and buy a local SIM. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think of any other way. But no, we haven't got Wi-Fi. Whether we should have, I don't know. We haven't missed it for 4.5 years. So, and I'm uploading videos, so it hasn't got in the way so far.
No, it hasn't. Whether it will in the future, I don't know. I'm not sure, but.
Next question is from the other Windsors. Hi guys, do you ever edit and upload whilst out on tour, and if so, what mobile Wi-Fi do you use? So it's sort of related. And do I edit on the move? Yeah. When you're away for 9 weeks, if I didn't, we wouldn't have a video per week to show.
On the island trip, we did start editing in real time, but of course, if you're only doing a day a week, it's not long within, that you soon get behind. So.
Yeah, I think if I remember on the island trip, you're right. What we did was we decided I needed to get so many to a point where I've got so many videos done to cover releasing them in the schedule I wanted to do, to keep up with one a week, because that's what I wanted to release to you guys, was one a week. But then once I got to that point, we backed off a bit, knowing that I got enough in the bank, if you like, in the head. So when I come back, I can then carry on with that editing. So the simple answer is, do we edit on the road? Yes, we do, because quite often we feel as though we need to, from a timing perspective, I just need to put those hours in.
All right.
And it works out. It actually gives me something to do. So whilst I've got my headphones in, Jane's reading the book, so it's something that I enjoy doing anyway. Regarding uploading, we're just uploading through our mobile data. So it's sort of, I guess, a video is about 9 gigabytes, and we'll do that maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks maybe, if we're on a trip. Okay, the next question is from Fozzie Foster. How did you come up with your channel name, Getaway Geese?
He's a goose.
Cut a long story short, I've got an association with geese through work, actually. If you go online and you do lessons of the geese, if you do a search on lessons for the geese on YouTube, you'll come across sort of business videos, and they all take up facts around geese, about why they travel in formation, what happens when one of them's sick, etc, etc. So there's a whole stuff, there's an analogy between natural, what happens with geese, and applying that to business and working in a team, etc, etc.
And if you want to know, when one of the geese is ill, the others help it, don't they?
One often falls out of formation, goes back, helps it, and then they'll catch a next formation, assuming he gets sick. So there's a lot about teamwork and all that.
So Stu thinks he's going to get away with this, but it's sort of in his life. He's dressed up as a goose, like from presentation, and he's just got one goose tattoo. We're still waiting for the rest of the other guys to go on.
The rest of the flock isn't there yet.
Yeah.
So
he keeps saying he's going to have the other ones.
That's to be added. So I say there was this natural association to geese that I did through business, and it always got to me. And then we got away with, okay, so what do we call the channel? And I don't know, we just kicked around ideas and came up with an idea, Getaway Geese. It seemed to be quite catchy, and I went with it. You tell me. I don't know. And travel, geese travelling and migrating, it all sort of made sense in a way. Next one is a personal one from Gilly Pawson off YouTube. We just got our California van. I haven't dared to drive it yet. How do you feel about driving, Jane? What was it like for the first time driving? I'm very nervous.
I'd just give it a go on a motorway or, area that you know. I have no problem driving Harry whatsoever, except when it's down the little lanes, and you just won't. I just couldn't.
You wouldn't want to manoeuvre.
Yeah, go forward, backward. But I can drive Harry anywhere and it doesn't bother me, but not down the little road. So, if you're going to help out or you want to help out with the journey, then perhaps do the bigger roads and then hand the driving over. Because if anyone's going to scratch Harry, it'll be Stu, not me. Because I might not hear the end of it.
No, Jane's quite a confident driver, to be perfectly honest, and drives a lot in the car and that, and she will drive. I must admit, I tend to do a lot of the driving in Harry, but that doesn't bother you or us. It's just the way it is, and we enjoy it anyway. But you'll do the main drags, and then if I had to take over to do the side roads. I think the answer is, Gilly, go for it. Be confident and say go on a road that you know, and just go and do those type of miles to help out. And that if that's what you do. If you're travelling on your own, then you need to go and do it anyway. So
it's amazing how quick you just get in and drive it.
Yeah.
It's no different. Yeah. To be honest, in a car.
Yeah, I think just have the confidence and go and do a short journey and build up. And then if you're going to go down narrow roads, just try and think about it beforehand and that.
Or just don't go down the narrow roads. That's my advice.
But then now you're going to miss out all the fun. So.
Yeah. No, but you get to watch the fun in the passenger seat.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of oohing and ahhing when I'm driving.
Yeah, a lot more than that.
Right, another one from Gilly about the van. Do you have problems with your sink smelling? What do you put or not put down your sink? We're quite careful with the sink. Yeah,
I have had it smell, and then I use white vinegar and cotton wool buds. Yeah, sometimes it does get sludgy, and I think the problem is because of the way it is, the sludge sits underneath the. Yeah,
there's no trap. Obviously, it goes straight into the tank, so therefore any smell's going to come out. And
but I think it sits on a bend, the sludge. So I'm quite. So I just get a cotton wool bud with
it's just right below the I mean, the bottom line is we don't just shove all food waste down there. Absolutely try to avoid that. Try to avoid oils. So one of the things we tend to do is we definitely don't put milk down there and oil down there. If anything, we'll mop that up with kitchen roll, which means we do go through a bit of kitchen roll, but that's all biodegradable, that type of stuff, and that's easy thrown. So we'll get rid of a lot of the food waste like that, the juice type stuff.
Yeah, I'm a bit precious about what goes down the sink. We don't just chuck anything down there like.
But also when we're cooking now, we tend to be better with making sure we don't just put lashings of water into stuff. We try and do, when we do rice, we do it by absorption, so there is no juice. When we're having I don't know, when we're doing pastas and that, we try not to put water in there, so we don't end up with a lot of waste, and you just get used to that when you're cooking.
And the one thing we don't put down is milk.
No, absolutely. And then a couple of times a year, we'll clean it out. We'll put hot water down there, and you can get various cleaning powders that you can mixes that you can put there to clean it. And the habitation check, it gets flushed out as well once a year. So at least a couple of 2 or 3 times a year, we'll probably be doing that anyway. But we're very careful what we put down and try to actually minimise grey waste anyway, because it's something you've got to go and empty. So that's all about your management of it. Well, I hope that's answered them all adequately. If not, just drop us some in the comments and we'll expand a bit further. So we'll see you in the next one, if there is one.
In which case, if there isn't,
if not, this will be the last one.
Goodbye.